The Outsider's Perspective. My name's Ollie, and here's your loaf of daily bread. Today's loaf comes to us from the Gospel of Thomas, aka the Gospel of Zen Jesus. And he says, "When you make the two into one, and when you make the inner as the outer, and the upper as the lower, and when you make male and female into a single one, then you will enter the kingdom." In this quote, Jesus is exploring the concept of non-duality, or he's trying to describe the process of making the shift from a dualistic mindset where everything is divided into pairs of opposites toward a non-dualistic mindset, which is typically found in a lot of Eastern philosophy and spiritual traditions. Non-dualistic meaning recognizing the fundamental unity of all things. Because this is the essence of the mystical experience, it is the essence of enlightenment, it is the essence of waking up. There is one creation, one consciousness, and everything that we see, everything that we hear, everything that we touch and feel and smell is part of that one. But because we have a mind that operates in binary code, in ones and zeros, in this or that, we cannot see the one behind the many. And so Jesus here is speaking to his disciples, and he is telling them that in order to enter the kingdom, which is to say, in order to awaken yourself as the self, in order to achieve enlightenment or a higher state of consciousness, we have to make the inner as the outer, the upper as the lower, the male as the female, and the female as the male. Only then will we be able to enter the kingdom, which is of course within us. Because in order to enter this kingdom, in order to catch a glimpse of the one, in order to feel and experience yourself as the one, you have to transcend the dualistic mentality that we've been conditioned to believe in. If you view the world through a dualistic filter, and you are always labeling and evaluating things in terms of this or that, good or bad, right or wrong, true or false, then what you're doing is you are creating a prison for yourself, a mental prison. You are putting blinders on, and you are going to have a really difficult time seeing the seed of good in the bad. You're going to have a really hard time seeing the opportunity in the setback. And in fact, you won't even look for it because you will assume that the setback is bad, and bad and good cannot coexist. That is what the mind will tell you. And that's, again, because it operates according to binary code. At its most basic level, the mind operates in terms of ones and zeros. It's a yes or a no proposition. Everything is a yes or a no proposition. If you boil things down to their most basic, you will find that the mind operates in this way all the time, without us noticing it. It's constantly assigning values, and this game of assigning values is dualistic. Now, don't get me wrong, the dualistic mindset is very convenient and helpful. It's just like the mind. It's just like culture. It's just like language. These things are awesome when we use them. But when we are unaware of their true nature and unaware of our own true nature, then these things become our masters. We become puppets or slaves, beholden to ideas, beholden to conventions, beholden to things which are real only in the abstract and only in the mind of the believer. To escape this is no small feat, but let me tell you, it's well worth the effort. This is exactly what Jesus is talking about in this quote. He's talking about transcending the binary. He's talking about leaving the dualistic mindset behind, making the two into one. The dualistic mindset is the two. When you transcend duality, you get to glimpse and experience the one. That's all I got for you today. Hope it was filling and hope you will come back for more bread next week. Until then, live well, my friends.